Richard Bruce Cheney forged an identity as a no-nonsense, loyal gatekeeper for George W. Bush, through whom access and influence flowed.
I picked him because he's strong, he's steady, and he gets the job done.
Cheney was a seasoned Washington insider long before becoming vice president. He began his public service career in the Nixon administration and then became chief of staff for President Gerald Ford. In 1978, Cheney was elected to Congress from his home state of Wyoming. He spent a decade there until the first President Bush asked him to serve as Secretary of Defense. After President Bush lost re-election, Cheney became head of the oil services giant Halliburton. It was a job that kept him steeped in foreign policy, and later the job became a lightning rod for his critics. When George W. Bush secured the Republican nomination in 2000, he tasked Cheney with vetting candidates for vice president, but ultimately offered him the job. Cheney's health was a major concern. He'd had 3 mild heart attacks and a quadruple bypass before he was 50, and suffered another heart attack shortly after the 2000 election.
I've got a doctor that follows me around 24 hours a day that comes with a job as vice president.
His health continued to be an issue once he was out of office. In 2012, at the age of 71, Cheney underwent a heart transplant. In the Bush administration, Cheney was considered a hawk who was instrumental in the decision to invade Iraq. Cheney believed history would prove they made the right move.
What we did in Iraq and taking down Saddam Hussein was exactly the right thing to do.
During the second term of the Bush administration, Cheney would find himself at the center of controversy when his chief of staff, I. Scooter Libby, was sentenced to prison in connection with the leak of a CIA agent's name. The president commuted Libby's sentence but did not pardon him, a move sought by some conservatives. Late in his career, Cheney admitted he differed from many in his party on the issue of gay marriage.
As many of you know, one of my daughters is gay. I think people ought to be free to enter into any kind of union they wish.
In his 2011 memoir, Cheney accused Secretary of State Colin Powell of seeking to undermine President Bush by expressing doubts about the Iraq War. He also said Powell's successor, Condoleezza Rice, misled the president about negotiations with North Korea. Both have disputed the claims. Cheney had no interest in running for president after leaving office, but he continued to be an outspoken voice for the Republican Party. In Washington, I'm Sunlen Sarfati.